Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome back to another live stream. It's been a few days since we have a live stream or have a discussion. So, your girl, yes, I have a topic this morning, and this topic is really rich and very informative, and it is necessary to talk about this topic because this question was asked, and it was asked because this person would like to know what kind of friendship or how they should associate themselves or who they should associate themselves with. So I said, you know what? Let's do a wide discussion on it. Talk about it to see how we all can benefit ourselves from the topic, and let others know that how they can choose their friendship or who they can associate themselves with. So yeah, we're gonna get into that discussion and see how well we can choose our friend who we can associate ourselves with, and why it is important. Yes, I am using the Bible. I'm using the Bible to give you a better way to who you can associate yourself with and who you should have your friend make friendship with. Yeah. Because when we look at it from God's standpoint or God's point of view, it will give us more understanding of how we can do things. So we are going to get into that. Please remember, when you tune in this morning, thumbs up the live stream, share your comment, leave your thoughts, and let's get the discussion on the way. So welcome again. Good morning to you. I have one person here. How are you doing this morning? Welcome. Guys, the view this morning is not bad. It's a little bit different from all the other time. It's not blurry. Let's hope it keeps up. Good morning to you, Emma. Welcome. Let's hope it keeps up and we can enjoy the beautiful view. Association or friendship. What are the most important friendship that we can have and how we can form that friendship? What are the most important friendship we can have and how we can form that friendship, or how we can associate, who we can associate ourselves with? So Psalms 25 and verse 14 help us to helping us and showing us how we can start out with the friendship. Yes, very nice view this morning. Thank you. It says, close friends with God belongs to those who fear Him, and He makes His covenant known to them. Close friendship with God belongs to those who fear Him, and He makes His covenant known to them. So you see where God invites us to build a relationship with Him. See how He wants us? He said He wants us to be close. Yeah. He doesn't want us to be far away. He wants us to be close to Him. And He said those who fear Him. Who remember what I said fear means? When the Bible uses the word fear God, what it means? What it means when it says fear God? Yes, respect. Respect. So those who have deep respect for God and build a relationship and that deep respect and keep on associating themselves with God, He said He will make His covenant known to them. That means He will reveal the nice secret that He have in store, so you and Him can always be close. Let's look at another scripture that will help us even more. This is John chapter 15 and verse 13 to 15. No one has love greater than this, that someone should surrender his life in behalf of his friend. You are my friend if you do what I am commanding you. That's what the scripture said. Verse 13 to 14. Only those who have great love for their friend will protect their friend. And that's what God is doing for us. He loves us. He wants us to be his friend, and he wants to be our friend. And he said he will protect us no matter what we are going through. We have to make sure that we are ready to get his protection. Yeah, that's what we are learning today. Look at verse 15. It said, I no longer call you any name like slave. No. Because a slave does not know what his master does. But he calls you friend, because he have made known all things I have heard from my Father. So God said, I will not put you in the category. I will not put you in a category where you are going to be called not his friend. But he is putting you in the category where he addresses you and I and others as his friend. And there he will reveal the things of his Father to us. Meaning that he will help us to know what is going on, what the future have in store for us, and how we are going to benefit from what he have in store for us. That's what friend does. Friend communicate with each other, so the friendship always keep on growing. And if they're going through stress, they will assist each other. Here's another one for you to let you know how serious God take our friendship. James chapter 2 verse 23. And the scripture was fulfilled that says, Abraham put faith in God, and it was counted to him as righteousness, and he come to be called God's friend. So let me tell you now, if you read the Bible, you will learn that Abraham walked by faith. He did not get baptized, no, but he walked by faith. He lived by faith. He keep on putting his faith in God. He does not let his faith waver. Whatever he's going through or whatever he's experiencing, he put it to God and said, listen, I am going through this and I can't do it alone. How can you help me? Abraham used his faith in God. And God said, you know, Abraham is righteous in my eyes. He is my friend. What is that saying? That is saying that we need to make sure that the friendship or the relationship that we are building with God is in line with what he has in store for us, what he wants for us. He wants us to enjoy life in abundance, but in order to enjoy life, we need to build that relationship, that strong relationship, that when the rain fall, when the storm blow, or when the breeze is blowing, that relationship is stronger than ever. Proverbs 3 verse 32 also says this. God does not like a devious person. He did not use the word like, he said detest. For God detests a devious person. But he build close friendship with those who are upright. Upright in heart, upright in their speech, upright in their conduct, upright in their behavior. God build friendship with those who behave in that way. Yeah. So we can see how we are supposed to structure our relationship, how we are behaving. So it all comes down to association and our friendship. So association means who you associate yourself with. The people, the group where you're going to put yourself in, or the category that you're going to categorize yourself in. Are they going to give something positive to you? The company you're going to keep, are they going to build you up spiritually? Yeah. So that's what association is all about. And then you form a bond, that friendship bond, the one that we should um the one that we should strengthen and not get broken. Let me show you how. When we look at Psalms 25 and verse 14 in our first part of the discussion, it talks about close friendship with God. So it's showing us that if we really want that real relationship, that real association, we should seek God friendship no matter what. We are not too young and we are not too old. We just make sure that we build that friendship with God. That friendship is more important than anything else. Friendship with God is so important, not even your marriage. Not even your marriage is important like friendship with God. Because you know why? When you build that friendship with God, you will please God so much. Your marriage will take its root. It will be a wonderful marriage between you and your wife. When you have respect for God, you will respect your wife. When you have respect for God, wife will respect their husband. That's the kind of friendship. So if you can respect God and you don't see God, it will move you to respect your husband and your wife that you have to deal with on a regular basis. Enoch, we learn that Enoch have a good friendship with God. Who was Enoch? Enoch become father to Methuselah. Enoch continued to walk with God for 300 years, and he became father to sons and daughters. All the days of Enoch are counted up to 365 years. Enoch kept walking with God. Enoch kept walking with the true God. Then he was no more, for God has made him rest. For God has took him. When you read the Bible book of Genesis chapter 5 verse 22 to 24, it shows you a faithful man live a very long time. God allow him to live so long that the life that he lived is amounted up to 365 years, which you and I may not live that long. You and I may not have that longevity. But at the same time, we can learn from the deep friendship, the deep respect that he built with God, that keep on expanding his life. When God make him rest, he got older and older and older. So that means he was getting so old that he was unable to help himself. So God said, you know what? You live a wonderful life. You did what was right. So guess what? Go and rest. Get some rest. So we are seeing that if we build that friendship with God, that good friendship, who knows? We might live close to that 365 years, or we probably live beyond that years. But it's all up to that friendship, that association that we're going to build with God. Guess who else? Who Noah was to Enoch? His great grandson. Noah was like his great grandfather, Enoch. Noah walked with God too. Yeah, and Noah have plenty children. Ham, Japheth, Seth. Yeah, he have sons. God used Noah in the right way, how to help mankind to stay out of trouble. He used Noah to preach, to let people know a great flood will come. Protect yourself. How many did listen? Not many. But at the same time, he continued to do what God required of him. So, what can we do? Build a good, solid relationship with God and maintain that relationship. When we do that, Noah and Enoch example can be our example. We can learn from them. Why do we need good friendship? Why do we need good friendship? So when the tough time come, we know that we have a friend to help us through the tough time. Yeah, that's why we need good friendship. We need good friendship because when we are going through tough time, we have a friend that can assist us. Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 20 says this: the one walking with the wise will become wise, but the one who is dealing with the stupid will fare badly. Why do we need good friendship? Why do we need good friendship? Yeah, man. Wise. We can be wise like our friend. Why? So that means that good friendship we're going to choose is someone that is going to always give us positivity, always upbuild us positively. If we do not do that, then we won't get that positive build up that we need, because we need to be encouraged every single day. And in order for us to be encouraged, we need good friends that is going to encourage us to make good decision, and we are going to benefit from it. Let me show you three example of good friendship. We're going to look at Ruth and Naomi. We're going to look at Jonathan and David, and then we're going to look at Elijah and Elisha. Yes, we're going to look at these 6 Bible characters. We're going to look at them to see how we can learn the friendship, the bond of friendship that they have, the association that they have amongst each other, to show you that kind of friendship. Now, when you read Ruth chapter 1 and verse 16 and 17, it gives us insight. Before we read it, let me give you a little prelude of Naomi and Ruth. Naomi is the daughter-in-law to Ruth. Yeah? I hope I am correct. Yes, Naomi is the daughter-in-law to Ruth. Naomi's husband died, so she's a widow. And then Naomi's daughter-in-law, which would be Naomi's son, died, so the daughter-in-law become a widow as well. So guess what happened? There were 2 sons, there were 2 daughter-in-law. One went back to their own country, and Naomi said, I won't leave you. Where you go, I will go. I will spend all the time. Let's hope I am saying it the right way. Let's hope I am saying it the right way. I don't want to All right, so yes. So Ruth was Naomi daughter-in-law. I kind of switch it a little. Sorry about that. All right, so with Ruth now, Ruth was saying, I will not go back home to my own country. I will stay with you. I will be where you go. I will go where you go. Right? So how it started out is because both ladies lost their husband. For Naomi, she lost her husband and her son. And for Ruth, she lost her husband. So the 2 ladies decided, Naomi said, Ruth, it's time for you to go back home. Ruth said, no, I am staying. I'm staying with you. Where you go, I go. Where you sleep, I will go there and sleep with you. And Naomi said, no, you are young. You're strong. You can start over. I am old and advanced in years, Starting over for me, it is not possible. But for you, you can start all over again. And she said, no, listen, I will not leave you. I will stay with you. And that's the kind of friendship that worth taking care of and strengthen. Because when you look at Ruth chapter 1, 16 and 17, it gives you exact word of what Ruth said. But Ruth said, do not plead with me to abandon you, to turn back from accompanying you. For where you go, I will go, and where you spend the night, I will spend the night. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. That's how serious Ruth was to Naomi. Yeah, Ruth let Naomi knows that, listen, Mom, I am staying with you no matter where life take us. I am going to remain by your side. And that's what Ruth did. Remain by Naomi's side all the days of her life until when God provided a way for her to start her own family or to start over, so to speak. Verse 17 said, where you die, I will die there. I will be buried there. And then he said, may your God also do to me and add to it, if anything should separate you and I, it only should be death. So that's the friendship we need to be with God. Only death can separate our friendship with God. Yes, we need to build up wonderful bond. What kind of friendship you would call that? What kind of friendship you would call that? Yeah, man, true friendship. One that only if something bad happen and we die, that bond will be separated. Now, let's look at David and Jonathan. 1 Samuel 18, verse 1, and then we are going to look at the same 1 Samuel 19, verse 2 and 4. Verse 1. 1 Samuel 18 and verse 1 says, as soon as David had finished speaking to Saul, Jonathan and David become bound together in close friendship. And Jonathan began to love him as himself. So Jonathan loved David like how he loved himself. That's a bond. So let's give you a little story about Jonathan and David. So Jonathan is Saul's firstborn. He is next in line to sit in his father's chair, meaning to take over his father's business and to run the business. But David is just someone from the outside that come to live under the roof of Saul. When David joined the family, Jonathan see David as the one God put in charge of his father's business. When Jonathan Jonathan to run the business, he want David to run the business. Jonathan was saying, all right, if God said you should do it, then who am I to question it? He knows that you can do a better job than I am. I will assist you. I am at your service. Whatever you want, I will give it to you. Whatever you need to be done, just ask it and I will get it done. And that was how the friendship bond between Jonathan and David. Look at verse 19, 1 Samuel 19 and verse 2. Since Saul's son Jonathan was very fond of David, Jonathan told David, my father Saul wants to have you. Really? Oh my gosh, my cat scared me, guys. Sorry about that. This cat have a big rat. Playing with the rat and it scares me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. So yes. So here Jonathan was telling David what was going to take place. So when he tell him what is going to take place, he was encouraging, please be on your guard in the morning and go to the secret place and remain hidden. Yeah, yeah. So they were in trouble, and in order for them to get out of trouble, Jonathan assists David. And that's what friendship does. That's what the friendship does. But what kind of trouble? It wasn't the trouble that David picked up on himself. No, it was way different. And God allowed Jonathan to assist David in times of trouble. Look at verse 4, the same 19 and verse 4. It says, so Jonathan spoke well of David to his father Saul. He said to him, the king should not sin against his servant David, for he has not sinned against you, and what he has done for you has benefited you. So you see, David did not commit a serious sin. No, he didn't. He was doing what was right, beneficial for Saul, but Saul did not approve of it. And Saul said, no, I'm not approving of it. But in the end, you see that bond, that friendship bond between Jonathan and David is well strengthened. What about Elisha and Elijah? 2 Kings chapter 2, reading verse 2, 4, and 6. Elijah said to Elisha, stay here, please, because God has sent me unto Bethel. But Elisha said, as surely as God is living, and as you are living, I will not leave you. So they went down to Bethel. So you see now, with Elisha and Elijah, sorry about that. Who did that? Sorry about that. Okay, we didn't end the live stream. Very good. So, with Elisha and Elijah, Elijah is the one that is taking the lead. And Elijah know that he's going to leave soon, so he need to train another person to do the work that he's doing. So he's trained Elisha to carry on that work. So in order for Elisha to well equip and learn all that he can learn from Elijah, he needs to make sure he pays keen attention. And that means they develop a friendship. The kind of bond that they have, Elisha was saying to Elijah, listen, if you are going to Bethel, I am coming with you. Because that's the way he is going to learn all that he can learn from Elijah. Look at verse 4. Elijah now said to him, Elisha, stay here, please, because God has sent me on to Jericho. But he said, as surely as God is living, as you are living, I will not leave you. So they go down to Jericho. So each time he put him to the test to see how serious he is to learn from him. So he said, listen, I am not leaving you. I am going to get all the knowledge I need. So it just goes to show that a student and a teacher, a student goes to school to learn. A student is going to pay the keen attention to get all the information that is being taught. So he or she can be well equipped and learn something. And what that one learn, that one has to apply it. So he or she can benefit from it. Look at the last scripture. The last scripture said, verse 6, Elijah now said to him, stay here, please, because God has sent me on to Jordan. But he said, as surely as God is living, and as you are living, I will not leave you. So both of them went on to Jordan. So you see the importance of friendship? You will follow your friend if they're setting good example. You will do what your friends say if they're doing what is right. Those are the kind of association that you needed. But the best association that one could really get is the association with God. Yes, when you associate yourself with God, you will benefit so nicely. Why do we need to associate ourselves regularly with God? Romans chapter 1 verse 11 and 12. Why? It says, "For I am longing to see you, that I may impart some spiritual gift to you, for, for you to be made firm, or rather, that we may have an interchange of encouragement by one another, faith, both yours and mine." Why we need association regularly with Jehovah? So he's going to encourage us. He's going to give us spiritual gifts. He's going to help us to remain firm. He's going to always help us to maintain our faith. That's why we need that relationship. We need that bond. We also need that kind of relationship with our fellow worshippers. Hebrews 10:24 and 25 is telling us that we should always gather together to encourage each other to love and fine works. We must always seek the opportunity to encourage others so they can benefit themselves. What did we look at this morning? Association or friendship. Psalms 25 verse 14 telling us that close friendship with God is the best association that we could ever have, or the best friendship we could ever have when we build that bond with God. Enoch have that close friendship with God, and God extend his long life to 365 years. We can learn from him. Noah also learned from his great-grandfather too. And he remained faithful that God used him to carry out his work that needed to be done. Why do we need good friendship? Proverbs 13 verse 20. We need good friendship because the one that is walking with the wise will become wise. So that's the kind of friendship we need, is a friendship that is going to set good example for us to follow. Ruth and Naomi, they proved to be loyal. Ruth proved to be loyal to Naomi all the days of her life. Samuel and Jonathan, they forged a friendship with a strong bond. Yes, one that was not easily broken. Elisha and Elijah, they show that steadfast friendship too. The love, the kind of love that we need from our friends that will help us to make good decisions, better choices, and to do what is right. Why we need this association? Why we need to associate ourselves with God regularly? Who remember what was being said? The scripture, if you remember the scripture, you can use the scripture. Why do we need us to associate ourselves regularly with God and also fellow worshippers? Romans 11 verse 12. Yeah, man. For a friend will be longing to encourage you, and they will give you the kind of encouragement that's going to build you up spiritually. Same way God does. God gives you spiritual gift. Spiritual gift that made you firm. Yeah. And your friend will give you spiritual encouragement. You can strengthen her faith and she can strengthen your faith. That's the kind of friendship. That's the kind of friendship we need. And we're living in a time where that friendship is a must. We need to have that kind of friendship. So that is where I'm going to leave you guys today. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to share another lovely topic with you. And I can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comment section. And thank you again, Emma. Your participation was very nice. It shows that you're really paying attention. Thank you. And I am looking forward to see you in the next discussion. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.